Yo, what's up, team? I am back in the building bringing you guys another movie review. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video and don't forget to share. Today's film is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We all seen those trailers and we knew that this was going to be a different take on Spider-Man. Yes, it is, because it's Miles Morales Spider-Man, not the Peter Parker, not the traditional Spider-Man. And the trailers look very different. A different take on this. Let's see if this movie really worked. Let's talk about story. Let's talk about script. Story. This is an origin story about how Miles Morales became the next Spider-Man. That's all you're going to get from me with the story, because I feel like if I say too much, it could possibly ruin the film for some. Let's talk about the script. This was a very creative script. So creative, it was dope. No pun intended. Hey, very creative script, because one of my main worries about this movie was we've seen Spider-Man before. We obviously know you're going to get bit by a spider. That's the only way you're going to become Spider-Man. How you going to pull this shit off? I wait to see this. And they did that shit. And they did it in such a creative manner. Because, yes, we all know Spider-Man's origin. And when you see it multiple times, you kind of get like, eh. But when you see it multiple times within one film, you're like, hey, I like that. It educates the audience on different Spider-Mans that didn't know about those Spider-Mans. Some people came into Spider-Man on Miles Morales. I came in on Peter Parker. Some women came on Spider-Man through Gwen Stacy. So they probably don't know the origins of every other Spider-Man, especially the original. And this movie was able to give that to the audience. And also give you the take of each individual's personality. Let us know the type of Spider-Mans we have grown to love. And what I think it really did for me not being a Miles Morales fan, I'm not a Miles Morales fan, but I actually liked the character Miles Morales in this movie, because it showed me a different take on Miles Morales, not the cliche Black Spider-Man take on Miles Morales. It showed me a different take on him, and I appreciate that from the script. Very creative script, made me a fan of this character in this movie. I like this script. Let's talk about the cast. This film is starring Shameik Moore, who voices Miles Morales. If you guys don't know who he is, he stars in the movie Dope, and he's also in the hit Netflix series The Get Down, season 1. He did a great job as Miles Morales. Voice acting was on point. Really dug his voice as Miles Morales. Usually when you get, people voicing the star, they either overdo it or underdo it, where it's like, I don't feel nothing. But I felt a lot of his voice acting power behind Miles Morales, the character. This movie also stars Jake Johnson, who played the older Spider-Man. We have Haley Stanfield, who played Gwen Stacy. We have Mahershala Ali, who voiced the Prowler. We got Brian T. Henry, my boy Paperboy, who voiced his father. We have Miss Frizzle in this beach. Lily Tomlin up in this mother freaker, bruh. Tight cast. It's more people in here, but those are the only people that I saw. Was like, oh shit. Oh, we got Nicolas Cage too. The voice acting was dope in this film, yo. The voice acting was really cool. I didn't feel like nothing was overdone. It was all right. They really put their time behind this, because usually I've seen a couple films where the voice acting just does not match with the characters, and you're like, fuck, what is this shit? This don't sound right. You don't sound like the right person to be talking for this character. And they actually got the right people to voice these characters. Hey, you get one of these. Now let's talk about the directing. This movie is directed by 3 directors. We got Bob Persichetti. Hope I said that right. Peter Ramsey, and we have Rodney Roofman. They did a phenomenal job to have 3 directors. They captured so much of this film. And I'm going to get into the animation, but I'm going to just talk about the directing part. We were able to see shots of Spider-Man that we have not seen in a very long time, which you get one of these for. I felt in this film, watching them direct Spider-Man like a little kid, some parts of it. Like, I felt like, oh shit, that's Spider-Man. Yo, I love the way they capture the way Spider-Man swings. And when he swings, it's like, this is what I do. It's nothing to me. It's natural. It's like my right and my left hand. This is what I do. I love the fact that they captured that. I also love the fact that they captured the most important part of Spider-Man, my nigga. They captured New York City. They captured New York City in an artistic way. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel it. It's like watching, low key, I'm not comparing those two, but it's like watching American Pop. If you guys don't know what American Pop is, go watch that movie. It's an animated film, but it's about music. But it's the way they captured the world that these characters grew up and lived in. The musicians, they captured New York in a way that I've never seen New York captured. It's kind of like when Dumbo drank that liquor and he was seeing colors, boom, 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 all that shit. You captured certain things about New York, and it was the positive aspect of New York and why people love New York, why New York's so special. The graffiti, the colors, the lights, the people. Hey, what you doing? All that shit. And they captured it so well. These three directors, man. Hey, you gonna get 3 of these motherfuckers. Love how they captured that shit. Let's talk about the animation. Very creative. I love the animation. I love the color. I love the artwork. I love how they put this movie together because the animation was just so cool and new and fresh. And it's a breath of fresh air when you watch something like this because you're like, if they do this and this is successful, well shit, we finna get more superheroes on the big screen through animation in a very creative comic book style. You know what I mean? We had a graffiti, animation, comic book style format of this film, and I loved it. I love certain shots that they gave us, like you'll see Miles Morales talking, and then they'll phase out the back so you just concentrate on him. But then it's like a comic book when you look back and you see that it's blurred when a certain distance. I love how they put that together. I was like, wow, that's very creative, man. And it makes it even better when you watch it in 3D because the characters pop out at you instead of you paying attention to what's in the background. And I like that because you guys realize New York has a lot going on. And to make it authentic, you have to put a lot in the background so people can be like, okay, this is New York. So I understand we have to phase out the back so you can concentrate on the characters. Brilliant. Love that sheet. Love that sheet. Let's talk about the movie. I mean the music. Fuck. The music. Subpar. Music could have been way better. For a movie this creative, I felt that, yeah, they try to put a little New York swag in this with the music, but it should have been more headbanger. Like, if you was gonna do this right with a character like Miles Morales, you had to really blend in the music 100%, not just hip hop. You gotta put some Frank Sinatra in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an orchestra. You gotta play Spiderman music at the same time. Give it the swag of the hip hop. You know what I mean? And combine it. Kind of like some Aerosmith and Run DMC. You gotta combine certain sounds to make it really pop. And I felt the music was subpar because it wasn't giving me that. Nothing is memorable about this film when it comes to music. When you hear Spider-Man, you have that theme, like that Sam Raimi Spider-Man. You know that thing, man. When you know when Spider-Man's swinging down, he's doing his shit, you get them chills, that Avengers, that Batman, that Superman. And I felt they should have really gave Miles Morales his own theme to make him different from Peter Parker Spider-Man. Pros and cons. This movie has a lot of pros because it's new, it's fresh, something different, breath of fresh air. But the con of this film is it could have been better. Yeah, I told you all the good stuff, and they're good, but everything else really could have been amped up more. Like some of the designs of the characters, like the villains, I felt were doing too much. Like, why he look like that? I mean, let's just be 100. Kingpin looked like a king-size mattress turned sideways with a little body inside. Like, why? You know what I mean? I understand it's animation, I get it, but you could have put better villains in this shit. Make the threats a little bit deeper. Make this movie that much better. But I felt like they gave us the elements of Spider-Man, but they took away a lot by making it too cartoonish, too kiddie. At certain points, it was too kiddie. Enjoy it, but it's too kiddie. They could have really made this movie that much better if they had just stuck to the mature aspect of it, but still make it for kids, in a quote unquote. And I just felt that, it was doing a little too much on that part. That's the con of this film. It could have been better. It could have been better. Let's give this shit a grade. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I give this movie. This movie everybody can watch. This is for everybody. I recommend Spider-Man fans out there, daddies, uncles, cousins, take your little youngins to go watch this shit. It's for all little kids, girls, boys, everybody can watch this movie. All ages. I'm going to give this movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I'm going to give this film a B+. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse gets a B+ from your boy J3, man. I love this film. I love the creativity of it. I love the fact that this may be the future of superhero films, especially superhero films who a lot of people don't know about and they still want to promote to make a bigger platform. Like, I could see a Teen Titan film done like this, but the real Teen Titans, not the little kids, a mature Starfire. Y'all see her up there. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, Raven, Robin, and shit like that. But an animated version of it like this could really be done and very enjoyable, especially if the script is very creative like this one was. I give this film a B+, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I kept that sheet 100.
He ain't lying.
Like I said before, if you're new to the channel, press the subscribe button, thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share. Through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you guys get the gist. Shout out to Team J3 for always keeping it 100 and giving all the love they possibly could give. Shout out to my Patreon family. For all the Patreons out there, man, I love you guys. You guys hold me down. You guys keep these lights going, that internet flowing, and you show so much love. I love you guys. And shout out to the Just Us League. We had a great time watching this film, and if you guys want to check out some more reviews, my boy Sadler War Aquaman did a review. I'll put a link down below for you, and my boy Jody Joe and the rest of the Just Us League member did a review on Jody's Corner. J3 out.